Patrick Henry's Red Hill is the final home and burial place of the American patriot and firebrand of the American Revolution and founding father, Patrick Henry. We take care of 1,000 of his original 3,000 acres. Here we also maintain the artifacts and his paper collection that we have here so that when people come to visit, they understand what Patrick Henry did. He was the speaker that said, "Give me liberty or give me death," which was really what incited the American colonies to fight against the King of England and eventually earn their independence.
Red Hill is in Brookneal, Virginia. It is in Southside, Virginia. It's about an hour from the North Carolina border. Patrick Henry called this the garden spot of the world, and it is beautiful. I've never seen another historic site that looks like it. There is a small town nearby, but when you come out here, it's like it's been untouched since Patrick's time.
We take care of 1,000 of Patrick's original 3,000 acres. We have walking trails, we have his reconstructed home, his original law office, a kitchen in the colonial style similar to what he would have had, a coachman's cabin, his grave site, and several other outbuildings. Patrick Henry, we call him the forgotten founder. He was a founding father just like George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, but he was never president. And so that's why a lot of people, they maybe learn about him in 4th grade, but then they don't hear his name ever after that. But he was the person that really incited the American colonies to help fight against Great Britain and earn their independence from the king. He was the speaker that said, "Give me liberty or give me death." He wrote the Stamp Act resolves, which fought against the Stamp Act, which were taxes on paper goods that the king had begun to enforce here in the colonies. And so he was really someone that was stirring up the people to really want to earn their independence and be free. Patrick Henry purchased Red Hill in 1794 from Richard Booker. Prior to that, he had been living just a few miles from here, but he moved his family here on a full-time basis in 1796. By the time he moved here, he was pretty much retired. He had declined very prominent positions, including Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Vice Presidential candidate, Chief Envoy to Spain. Patrick had gone through the American Revolution. He had actually lived in 13 different homes over his lifetime, but he picked Red Hill as his last because of the peaceful tranquility that he found here. The people that lived at Red Hill included the Henry family, which was Patrick and his wife Dorothea, as well as 11 to 14 family members total. That included their children as well as one nephew named Johnny Christian. But along with them was also the enslaved population. We know in 1799, when Patrick died, in his inventory it was listed that there were 67 enslaved people. They would have lived on an area of Red Hill called Quarter Place because they were the slave quarters. Patrick Henry had a very complicated relationship with slavery, as other founding fathers did. He was the speaker that said, "Give me liberty or give me death," yet at the time of his death, he owned 67 enslaved people.
At Red Hill, we're really trying to expand our mission to tell the full story of the property, including not just Patrick Henry's story, but all the individuals that would have worked here and lived here from 1794 up until the last person that moved here. We're open year-round. It's beautiful in every season here at Red Hill. We're open from 9 to 5, and we always have a visitor staff person who's there to greet you in the visitor center.
When people come to Red Hill, they'll notice there's not a whole lot around here. It's still very rural, like when Patrick lived here. But we are only 35 minutes from Appomattox Courthouse, which is where the Civil War ended. And so that, partnered with Red Hill, typically makes a pretty good day trip.